You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Wednesday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
I know we've been talking a crap ton about the Olympics lately.
It's the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah, we're not going to shut up about it because it's all we've been watching all morning too. But I wish we could get the American feed. Did you know... Okay, you watch football. You know, like, how they do Red Zone?
Oh, yeah, where they just, like, flip between all the games on Sunday to whoever's closest to scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, with Chris Hansen, not the guy from To Catch a Predator.
No, the other Chris Hansen.
The other Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
NBC is doing Gold Zone.
No.
So what they're doing is the same kind of idea as Red Zone, is they're just like cutting out all the boring shit from events.
Right.
And they're cutting all the good meat.
Just jumping back and forth to events. Is it just for Americans or is it medals in general?
I think it's just everything that's going to be medaled, basically.
That is the ideal Olympic experience.
And then I'm assuming probably like whatever American contestants are in like big events, they're obviously going to cut to that.
That's going to get the priority on an American TV network, but like, no offense to the competitors in the round of 64 71 kilogram judo event, but like, call me when there's a medal on the line.
Well, dude, we got like lost watching triathlon because that was the only thing CBC was showing this morning.
Meanwhile, there was shooting events today, there was table tennis events today, all that could have been flipped on if we had a Canadian Gold Zone.
You know what's funny is like Gold Zone, Red Zone is basically just like ADD brain. It's
That's
like
100%.
Like,
yeah.
You ever been like talking to someone and you're like, I don't care anymore? Like, you know when you're at a party and there's a bunch of conversations that are going on,
right,
and someone's trying to talk to you and you're just like, I'm gonna start talking to the other person now. Like,
I have heard something from over here that is more interesting to me. I may come back, but for now you've lost me.
Yeah.
It's basically, this is the TV sports equivalent.
I'm gonna start referring to, because that is the worst feeling when you're like amongst a group of people and you can see only one person is looking at you to listen to your story.
Yeah.
And then you finally lose them. You got Red Zone.
You got Red Zone.
That's what it is.
Your game just was not interesting enough. You were not close enough to scoring. You have been abandoned.
I might start Chris Hansening people and be like, all right, we're going to move on here because your story's boring as fuck.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, the last thing you should ever say is you're going to Chris Hansen people. I feel bad for the guy. He makes a great living doing the NFL Network stuff, but his name is tainted.
True.
If you're Chris Hansening people at parties, you're not at the right party.
Yeah, if you hear me say take a seat, you fucked up big time, dude.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
So close to the weekend already, you can smell it, or is that you? Did you put deodorant on this morning?
I don't think you're allowed to ask me that question.
Why do you smell like roast beef? No, been smelling roast beef all morning. Is that you?
I can promise you that's not me.
I shouldn't have done that on air. That's my bad.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
In Florida, there might have been the, I guess, worst high-speed chase of all time, or the slowest high-speed chase of all time.
Okay.
There was a guy, he stole a bunch of jewelry at a Walmart location, and then he also stole one of those, like, scooters they have there.
Like the mobility scooters?
Yeah.
For people with disabilities?
Yeah. He
just rode it out of the store?
He took off on the mobility scooter. People just watching him slowly.
I was going to say, like, just walk up and take the key out.
They called the cops, and apparently this guy got, like, a few miles down the road. And then happened to pass a Dunkin' Donuts where some cops were actually posted up at, coincidentally enough.
Come on. Come on.
Now this is where it gets insanely stupid. Apparently they chased the guy for an hour.
For an hour?
Which, like, how?
Do they have to wait for their order from Dunkin' first? Like, what? How does it take an hour to run down a dude in a mobility scooter?
The Florida man, who has been identified as Troy, apparently hit speeds at about 2 miles an hour.
Damn.
So I don't know if they were just walking with the guy, if they were just eating their donuts in the car, killing time.
I literally saw a viral video the other day of like a 60-year-old dude who found one of those, you know, those traffic cameras that posts up your speed if you're going through a neighborhood too fast?
Yeah.
He did 12 miles an hour on that camera. You're telling me we couldn't find him to run down this dude in the mobility scooter?
I'm pretty sure the average person walks like 3 miles an hour.
Also, is it not kind of shocking that the mobility scooter from a Walmart had the charge to run for an hour straight?
That's so true. Honestly, this is a huge praise to whatever company's making those scooters.
Right. They need to get their brand name out there. Everybody's just saying mobility scooter. What is it, a Rascal? Is it Rascal still making these things?
Is it also really fleeing the scene if like anyone can walk up to you at a moment's notice? You know, they couldn't just give him the pit maneuver and take him out or something?
Just slowly. You could have pit maneuvered with your hands. Walk up to the thing and just spin it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm down.
The man has been arrested and charged, and all the jewelry has been returned to the store. But this is one of those moments where I know I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is why Cops needs to be a show.
Yeah.
And specifically in Florida.
Well, I would love to see an interview with the police officers involved in the quote-unquote chase and what was going through their heads as to how this took an hour. Like, you gotta think. They went to work the next day once the story came out, and they went into the change room, and everybody was like, whoa, slow down there, Turbo.
I mean, then again, if you get paid by the hour, sometimes...
You think they drug it out?
Sometimes you don't work too hard for your money, you know?
They were about to run him down when the veteran grizzled cop was like, whoa, rookie, slow down. We can run this till the end of the shift.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Hey, how about a riding lawnmower? You hear them once in a while, some drunk out on the highway and was riding lawnmower. Could you see it sitting outside the bank, idling?
Now, would you give the guy, I don't know, maybe a lesser charge or fine, whatever it is, if he was cutting people's grass while he did it?
Oh, sure, yeah. Pay him $20 an hour while he cuts the grass.
Instead of being up on the highway, he's just getting the front of everybody's lawns.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just every time you see a lawn that needs cut, if you're the cop chasing him, you just squeeze them off onto that lawn there, you know. Hit your siren.
If the grass is long enough, it'll slow him down, make him easier to catch.
Oh, yeah, that'll stall out.
This is a real grass is greener on the other side conversation we've had, isn't it, fellas?
Yeah. I was thinking of going out and buying a riding lawnmower, but now I think I changed my mind.
Thinking about it now, do you think anyone's ever tried to escape on like a push mower where you just maybe like hold it down?
Try to use it as oh, you know what? My mower has the little thing, if you hold it, it like self-propels.
Yeah.
If I put on a pair of Heelys and a self-driving mower, I could make a very slow getaway.
Well, even I've seen videos of people online like sitting on their skateboard using a leaf blower, but the idea of like robbing a store or something and then using the pull start and like, come on.
Take me away, officer. I'm sorry.
Someone said the most Canadian one that you could make as a getaway vehicle would have to be a Zamboni.
That's the one. That one would be slow, similar to like the Rascal scooter and stuff like that, but you're higher up. You know, it would be harder you could kick at people.
Well, not even that. I was going to say is if you at least stole it from the arena just after they resurfaced, they've got all the snow built up, and if the cops are behind you, you just make a quick dump.
It's like a spike trap, but just with snow.
Yeah, you like kind of Mario Kart your own thing around it.
Imagine being the officer who had to call in. We've lost pursuit of the suspect. He hit us with a snowdrift.
Someone texted in and said someone stole a forklift from a job site I was on.
Damn.
Just hearing the beep, 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 beep.
That's right. You can't back up. That'll give away your position. Also, imagine, like, I know they're not as big of a thing anymore, but imagine trying to make a getaway from a crime scene on a Segway. Trying to do the lean and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, they can go at a decent speed.
Just catches on fire.
But the control would be so ridiculous.
Pogo stick. That's got to be the best one.
You're going to get a name for sure. They are going to refer to you as the Pogo Bandit at some point.
If you can get more 3 hops on a pogo stick, I think you get to keep whatever you stole.
That's what it is. The officers are in charge, and it's like, wait. Boing, boing, boing. Legally, we have to let him go.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Got to give a big shout out to the Canada Women's Rugby Sevens who got silver yesterday.
They beat Australia to get into the finals.
Well, nobody thought they were going to do it.
No.
So, I mean, a big round of applause to them. And you know what? The one thing I love seeing is I think they might be the only team at the Olympics that is smiling while they got their silver medals.
Silver medal's tough, man, because it's one of those things where, like, in most sports, you lose the silver medal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't get gold. Like, they lost that game to New Zealand to get silver.
Well, I actually read something yesterday that said, I think it was like 70% of people that win a silver medal will not smile when they're on the podium.
Yeah, I imagine, because I'm sure it's something you can look back on later and be like, that's so cool that I got a silver medal from the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those wounds that might never heal, though, right? Because I feel like, honestly, in some circumstances, I'd rather win a bronze than lose and get silver.
I've heard this theory, and I get what you're saying. One you win, the other you lose. But silver's better than bronze. Second is better than third.
Yeah.
Statistically.
Yeah, but you got hyped winning the semis and then you lose the next one, so you kind of leave defeated. Versus if you lose the semis and then you still go off on a win, I think you're feeling better than whoever came in second place.
I don't know, because then you win the bronze medal and you got to sit and watch the team that beat you and some other team duke it out for the gold.
And you don't win the silver, you lose the gold.
That's fair.
That's the biggest thing. And like in the moment, I think it would be crushing.
I don't know. I 100% agree with you on that. Like, if you are... It depends. If you're an underdog, like the Canadian team that no one expected would be there,
sure,
silver still feels great because holy cow, we did this.
Yeah.
But if you are at the top of the competition, you are expected to have a chance at the gold, and you end up at silver in that moment, what a bummer. But I think a month, 2 months down the road, if you've got silver and bronze sitting in a cafe together, you know who the better one is.
Yeah, but I think also if you still lost, I think you're going to be dwelling. It's like if you win the bronze, you might not be getting married, but at least you got the one night stand. Right? Silver's more like you proposed and then she's like, I'll think about it, and then eventually said no.
No, I think silver, she said yes, but she left you at the altar.
That's bronze is like, she doesn't want to date me, but she's got a hot friend who wants to go out tonight. You know what I mean?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Well, apparently I'm one of the only people that thinks getting a bronze over a silver would be more satisfying.
You know what it is? It's because out of the two of us, at least, you have the far more competitive nature, which is why for you, you'd rather win a medal than lose a medal.
And that's the thing is if you're second place, you're first loser.
Right.
Right? And I'm not slighted. Like, winning a silver medal is a huge accomplishment.
Right. That's the thing. I think some people in the text line misconstrue. Like, no one is saying that it's not a feat to be second in an Olympic event.
Some of you had that mindset from elementary school of first the worst, second the best, third the one with a hairy chest too much there.
But most people are agreeing with me that as much as it can suck in the moment, especially for those like competitive bracket style sports, to lose a gold medal matchup and have to settle for silver, it is still being the second best at the sport in the world.
Well, I didn't think about the fact that a lot of people are saying like your country will give you more money or whatever it is.
Also that, yeah, usually each country has like an athletics commission for amateur sports, and that's sort of how you get to the Olympics in the first place. And when you come back, if you have a medal, usually there's a little bit of a financial compensation for you.
So, second place is kind of being like, like the second person to do a presentation. Sometimes, sometimes being second is good. You don't always have to be first.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. That's an exact perfect example. Sometimes first is not the best thing in the world.
Like, you know what sucks? To be the first one? The first one at a potluck to grab a plate.
Oh, everybody's watching you. You're setting the tone for the entire lineup of people that are coming to get food. What you put on your plate will be judged by each and every one of them going
Everyone's
forward.
like, look at Lardo over there. Did he just grab 3 slices of pizza off the first go?
Also very likely, if you're the first one up on the first round, that you'll be the first one ready to have seconds. And are you strong enough internally to bear the weight of being the first to go second?
I got a good one. You know what's the worst time to be the first? teeing off at the golf course.
Oh, you're going to force them. Everybody else is just watching.
You got to set the tone.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's
rough.
That's why the person who gets the lowest score on a hole has to tee off first on the next hole, is because you have earned that punishment. By beating everybody else, you now have to suffer the slings and arrows of us watching you drive.
And like winning a medal, sometimes it's a fluke. Right?
This didn't happen because I'm good. I just got lucky.
Someone texted in at 762-555 and said, being the first one at a party always sucks.
Oh, dude. When
You're just kind of lingering.
Especially if you think that you're showing up a little late. You're like, oh, I'll go at this time. People will already be there. And you walk in. Oh, no.
You can't like Usain Bolt and start celebrating around or something, right?
Yeah. It's not like an internet comment section where you can be like, I was first. I was here first.
Nobody's going to interview you and be like, congratulations.
Congratulations.
They're going to be like, do you want to help set up?
You're making it awkward by being here so early. Congratulations.
Also, I mean, I think we can all agree it sucks to be the first one to finish snuggling, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, only if you care about your partner in the sport.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
On this show, we have one well-established fact. That's that Brock hates AI.
I hate AI. I hate robots. I hate a lot of technology, to be honest with you.
I saw a couple stories yesterday that, while not necessarily tied together, made me think of you if you take their ramifications. One is that the CRA is expanding their automatic tax audit system. Refund system. Basically, for low-income Canadians, they're inviting more and more people to this program where basically you just have to register and give your information, and the government will do your taxes. They will find your...
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I know.
The government will do our taxes?
They'll take all the information that, of course, is readily available. It's the government that sends you all the stuff you have to file with them anyway.
I mean, I know it's a basic joke, but, like, doing taxes is so dumb. They know everything already. Yep. Okay,
right.
Okay, you got me mad already.
So they're saying for lower income Canadians, their taxes are a little easier. They don't have as many like deductions and things. It's basic taxes. It can be done automatically. They're expanding that program. We could see automatic taxes being done in the future. On the other side of Ottawa, we're seeing that the government is also working on AI chatbots to be able to handle a lot more customer service type things where people might be trying to contact the government or contact MPs or whatever the case might be.
Are they saying AI will do your taxes?
They're not saying this, but I'm saying if Ottawa is working on building AI and they're working on doing your taxes automatically, these two departments at some point will likely end up merging.
I mean, you got to believe that someone's actually probably already done this online,
I would have to
right?
think, right? So my question to you, as a man who hates doing taxes, but also hates AI, if the government comes to you in 5 years and goes, AI will do your taxes for you, are you still busting out the net file? Are you still pulling out the TurboTax?
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I already get someone else to do my taxes already. So you're taking a job away from someone.
That's true. I never thought
And that's one thing that I hate with AI, is they keep taking jobs away from people.
I never thought the whole AI thing would come for CPAs, but here we are.
But then again, it's like AI is at a point where you can't 100% trust it.
Right.
I mean, how many people use AI? I mean, just photos where it ends up with 5 fingers. You got to trust that the AI overlords aren't going to screw you over on your taxes. I mean, that's how it could start. You get MC hammered by AI. Next thing you know, you're in jail for like tax evasion or tax fraud.
Well, that's just it. Like, AI can do a lot of things, but if I get audited after AI did my taxes, I'm going to be pretty pissed off. I'm going to be upset.
I mean, you hear about it from kids in college. They get caught slipping from these AI essays and stuff.
The ChatGPT
teachers
cheating.
Are able to call it out on them and stuff.
That's right. Now the government's just going to be like, hey, our AI bot took a look at your taxes. You owe us $1,000. And what do? You just have to go, okay, here you go.
I mean, the biggest thing that we need to realize right now, and I know I just said AI is taking away jobs from people,
yeah,
but AI is just taking away jobs from nerds. taxes. I mean, imagine how many kids don't get paid to do homework and write essays anymore.
Right? Yeah.
We're ruining side hustles with AI
It's
right
a
now.
lucrative side hustle market for young nerds out there. You're right. People who are in intelligent jobs. But that's the thing is, like, I can almost handle, and I'm not saying I want anybody out of work, right? But I can almost handle AI doing the things I don't want to do, things like my taxes. This is a good turn for AI as far as I'm concerned. Why was AI trying to take away my art and my music? Go do my taxes and leave me alone to do cool stuff.
If AI could, like, just text my mom every morning because I forget to, that's all I want from AI.
Line up AI to text your girlfriend in the morning and be like, "Good morning, hun. Hope you have a great day."
Yeah, just to be able to remind mom that I love her because for some reason I forget to text her. That's all I want from AI.
That's the AI that we need.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Did you see the, I can't remember what sport it was, but a member of it was a Danish handball team, one of the women, posted a TikTok of, do they get goodie bags at the Olympic Village?
Was it just photos of all the condoms they got?
No. Oddly enough, the condoms are apparently separate from the official goodie bag each athlete gets.
Because I read something yesterday that they have handed out, was it over 200,000 condoms or something like that so far at the games, and they've only started since Saturday or Friday, whatever.
Which, again, we've said it on this show, terrible idea. Let super athletes and super people make super babies.
Let them breed, yeah.
Stop giving them cardboard beds and just let them go.
So they actually gave them like little welcome bags?
Yeah, like a kid's birthday party, but with like different stuff in it. They've got some like tote bags with the Olympic logo on it, some gift cards, some travel stuff like skin, teeth, and hair care products. I guess assuming the athletes maybe forgot their shampoo on the way in.
Yeah.
And then they also got a brand new cell phone, a Samsung, one of them.
So it's just a marketing ad.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's one of them Samsung folding phones.
So basically they gave them everything that you would usually get at a hotel.
Yeah. And then a cell phone.
And then a cell phone, so it's just a big marketing ploy for Samsung there.
It feels like it's a missed opportunity, though. Like, you have all these athletes coming from all around the world to come to Paris, and there's, like, nothing about France in the bag at all. Like, not even one baguette in the gift bag as you welcome people into your country.
Just a stale piece of bread as you come in.
Or just, like, a big stinky wheel of cheese.
I mean, the cheese would be nice. Great way to celebrate your loss.
Just watching people walk around the athletes' village after they've been eliminated, just eating their feelings.
At least a bottle of wine, you know? You gotta have something to celebrate with.
You came all the way to France, and you're not allowed to leave the Olympic Village. We saw that with the lady that got disqualified the other day for going out on date night. So I can't go get a bottle of wine. Give me one to take home.
Even they should just give them stuff that, like, athletes need, you know, like some Icy Hot, some A535, some Vaseline and stuff like that.
Maybe any of the athletes that have to go, like, do the triathlons and stuff, they could give them, like, a big bottle of sanitizer for when they have to get in that diseased river that they've got down there.
Yes, or even, like, some sort of pills to fight off the endless diarrhea that they're bound to get.
Yeah, never mind this being a big marketing campaign for Samsung. Everybody gets a big bottle of Gold Bond.
Or even, I mean, we were talking about how much sex they're having at the Olympics. Some melatonin, some Z-Quil, earplugs or something. Because if they're getting jiggy with it like they make it sound like, you got to imagine that Olympic Village is a tough place to sleep.
I just love the idea that, like, oh man, I've got a big qualifying round-robin event tomorrow. I really need my rest. And you can't sleep without medication because everybody else is getting it on.
I like to imagine that the dorms are kind of, the Olympic Village is like dorms on Frosh Week.
Yeah.
It's just a absolute pound fest.
Everybody's been working so hard for years to get here, and now that they're here, it's time to unwind.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Why do we let goodie bags die at the age of, like, 14?
Maybe even earlier than that, man.
12, maybe even?
Yeah.
Like, if you have a birthday as a kid that you are invited to, up to a certain age, you are expecting to come home with some free stuff. Like with my kids and their birthday, I'm like, oh, I guess I better put together little bags for everybody to go home.
Oh, yeah, that was the best part of a birthday party. You go home, you got some snacks, whatever it is. Yeah.
But I got a birthday.
Chinese finger trap or something.
Oh, yeah. Maybe an eraser, a bouncy ball, like just little dumb things. I got a birthday coming up in 2 months. If you came to my birthday and I was like, here's your goodie bag, it'd blow your mind.
I mean, I'd be stoked, but what's in an adult goodie bag? Is it just all like hangover tools?
Well, I was going to say, I think the first 2 things that go into any good adult goodie bag is a travel size aspirin, like couple aspirin, but also a mini shot, like a little vodka bottle or something.
A little
like
hair
hotel
of the dog
ones. Yeah.
A Gatorade would be also nice in there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gatorade, maybe you get the powders, the Gatorades you can like add to water, because the whole bottle is going to be tough.
You
to
can
fit
get those
into the
mini
bag.
bottles, actually.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go. So we're putting some of that in there.
Bag of chips or something for the ride home.
Some kind of snack. Like at the very least, some like airplane pretzels or maybe those little celebration cookies you could put in there.
A Viagra pill. Like a blue rhino or something.
Oh, man, it's a big drop from prescription to gas station. It depends on how much you like your
One's
friend.
more expensive than the other. I don't know. You're a parent. How much do you ball out on your kids' loot bags? Am I wrong?
You know what? When you phrase it like that, you make a very compelling point.
A lot of people might appreciate you when they get home afterwards.
That's true.
You know?
Also, like with legalization and everything like that, depending on the crowd that you hang out with, a pre-roll in every bag probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, why not?
Be very much appreciated by people who get home from whatever the activity is for your birthday and go, oh, a little nightcap.
Yeah.
Little something to put us to bed.
Little indica.
I've got a birthday coming up in 2 months. Maybe I'll do goodie bags for my birthday party.
Someone just said loose smokes.
Just a handful of singles.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Lululemon. You know the pants that a lot of people like to wear?
Wearing them right now. That's not true.
Are you?
No, these are just no-name brands.
I was going to say, maybe you got these pants that are being recalled right now. They
Are
had
they
a new
see-through?
line of what they called breeze-through leggings, but people were complaining that they gave them long butt.
What is long butt?
They're saying it just basically makes your ass look flat, because that's the whole thing, is these Lululemon pants are supposed to make the booty pop, right?
Well, yeah, it's all about lifting and shaping, so to speak, keeping everything tight.
Even the worst of ass can look great in those things.
Challenge accepted. Buy me a pair. Let's find out.
People have complained enough that Lululemon has decided to pull them, and they say that they will strive to never have long butt again.
Damn, I've been suffering since I was a teenager, so I didn't even know it had a name. You know, it's crazy to find out your condition is out there.
I like a woman with long leggings and a long butt. It's that cake song.
No, if you've got long butt, you got no cake. That's the problem.
Short skirt in a long butt.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
Let's see what he's got.
Good morning. Today's word, it's spry. Yep, spry. S-P-R-Y, spry. And it's active, nimble, and agile. And, yep, I can feel like that every day once I convince myself. And that's about it. Have a great one. Cheers her up.
Spry.
Spry. Been a minute since I felt spry.
Your kids feel pretty spry, I guess, would be a good one if they got a lot of energy.
I feel like, I'll tell you right now, I'll tell you when you can't use the word spry anymore. As soon as you stop being able to go from a sitting position to a standing position silently, you're no longer spry. That's the line.
That means you're close to died. That's what that means.
As soon as you stand up and go, you are no longer a spry young man. You have moved on to the next stage of your life.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain point in a guy's life where just in general, a lot of stuff stopped being spry for them, you know?
Things start to slow down
Yeah.
considerably. That's the end of your time as a spry man. Or woman, to be fair.
Spry feels like a weird word, though.
Spry, maybe it's just because I used to watch a lot of daytime TV, but spry feels like an American college you would see on daytime TV commercials.
Because of DeVry?
I think I'm just thinking of DeVry, yeah.
If you don't feel so spry anymore, you're DeSpry. You want to know why? Because you spend all day on the phone anyhow, sitting there watching TV.
Oh, God, that's going to be in my head all day now.
Spry. Use it wherever you can. Use it on the young people at work, I guess, today. Or
Look at all you spry kids.
if you're the young guy on the job site, maybe comment that the older fellas aren't so spry anymore.
Not so spry today, old man.
For more Brock and Dalby, tune in weekday mornings 5:30 to 9.
The Brock and Dalby podcast is brought to you by badshop.ca, the Brock and Dalby merch store. With all proceeds going to the Canadian Cancer Society.